Brings us to the matter at hand, because I did not share all the details with you in my first video. So here's the full story with context. On February 14th, I posted this video about Selena Gomez's very campy Valentine's Day photos. Themselves are important, but what I like to see is threads, so when someone comments and then multiple people respond to that first comment, then I know it's going to be picked up in the algorithm. So by February 16th, I had about 77,000 views, and to date, that was my most viral video, so I was stoked. And then I got a push notification.
Gotta follow me right here, right here.
Hailey Bieber liked my TikTok.
Hailey?
Which I obviously thought was fake or a stan account. So I opened the app because I still have to go and engage with the other comments that commented on my video. And that's when I took this screenshot.
Period. Show the receipt, honey.
And then I clicked on the notification, and that's when I took this screenshot.
Show the receipt, honey. Honey.
And obviously that's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. So I showed everyone I've ever met and talked about it to everybody. But of course, since I'm talking about it to everyone, my friend who also has a drama channel was like, listen, if you don't cover this, I will. And so that's the story about Hailey Bieber liking my TikTok. And the main takeaway for me is that Hailey Bieber hates Selena Gomez so much that her For You page discovery algorithm is trained so well to get hate videos about Selena early in the day.
He showed up in public, but he didn't look okay. Not mentally, not emotionally, not even physically. And now fans are convinced that Justin Bieber is barely holding it together. But this time, it's not just about him, because what's happening behind the scenes with Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez, and a trail of online drama is starting to make the rumors feel dangerously real. 6 years into their marriage, you'd think Justin and Hailey had moved on from Selena. But the way Hailey just got caught lurking on hate posts about her, the way fans spotted her liking a shady video mocking Selena and Benny Blanco, and the way she tried to deny it only to be exposed again, it's becoming harder and harder to believe this is just coincidence. Meanwhile, Justin's public appearances are raising red flags. He's distant, off, spaced out. Some fans think he's relapsing. Others believe he's emotionally shut down. But everyone agrees on one thing: something is seriously wrong. And now that Selena's engagement is dominating headlines, while Hailey's brand faces backlash and Justin keeps falling apart, people are wondering, is this the final unraveling of the Bieber marriage? Or has it already broken behind the scenes? Let's break it all down. The whispers didn't start with Justin's strained eyes or even Hailey's silent side-eye. They began with a single blind item. An anonymous tipster claimed that the A-list pop icon and the A-list actress-producer are back in full-on feud mode, hinting that 6 years of marriage hasn't loosened Selena Gomez's hold on the Bieber household. At first, it sounded like gossip blog noise, but then the receipts surfaced. Hailey, who publicly insists she's unbothered, was caught red-handed liking a tiny TikTok that mocked Selena's new romance with Benny Blanco. The creator had barely 5,000 followers. The post should have vanished into algorithm dust. Instead, Hailey's blue check catapulted it past 3 million views, and the TikToker quickly blasted screenshots to prove it. Hailey tried to shrug it off as a parody account, yet the timestamps lined up too neatly, and fans realized the only way that clip landed on her For You page was if she'd been doom-scrolling every anti-Selena thread she could find. That single tap opened the floodgates. People started connecting other eerie coincidences. Hailey's sudden engagement ring upgrade the exact week Selena flashed her own massive diamond. The side-by-side photos from past events where Hailey seemed to position herself just close enough to guarantee tabloid buzz. Each discovery reinforced the narrative that Mrs. Bieber isn't simply competing with her husband's ex, she's monitoring her. And while Hailey chases Selena's shadow, Justin's public appearances are spiraling. He arrived at a road launch looking glassy-eyed and adrift, swaying beside Hailey's photo op poses as if the room were tilting beneath him. Fans, usually split into Team Selena or Team Hailey, united in alarm. The comments called him not sober, lost, crying for help. Justin's team blamed an all-night studio session, but viewers pointed to the haunted expression that's lingered for months. The same expression he wore in those Instagram stories where he blasted melancholy song lyrics about empty beds and broken trust out now, the marriage itself feels like a live-streamed unraveling. Justin posts a cryptic close-up with heartbreaking lyrics. Minutes later, Hailey counters with a track about betrayal. Meanwhile, her beauty brand Rhode is taking hits. Dermatologists ridicule the new lip liner, TikTokers expose the promo lips as filler-inflated, and sales stall under accusations of false advertising. Every headline circles back to the same question. If Hailey is busy refreshing hate posts about Selena and Justin is fighting invisible battles in plain sight, who's actually holding this relationship together? Because from the outside, it looks less like a partnership and more like a PR tourniquet, wrapped around a wound that still won't stop bleeding. And the moment Selena's name trends again, as it inevitably will, the stitches keeping the Biebers. World Intact might finally give way, but here's where things get even messier. Because this isn't just about jealousy or social media likes, it's about obsession. And people are starting to see it for what it really is. When Hailey liked that TikTok mocking Selena and Benny, she didn't just make a mistake, she revealed a pattern. A digital trail that fans are now analyzing with forensic-level detail. The TikToker who exposed her wasn't some celebrity gossip account with millions of followers. She was just a regular user, and yet Hailey found her video. Not by chance, but through constant engagement with anti-Selena content. That's what really got the internet talking. Because the algorithm doesn't lie, it reflects what you search, what you watch, and what you linger on. So when this kind of content keeps surfacing on Hailey's feed, it's not an accident. It's an echo chamber of her own making. Then came the receipt screenshots of the like, followed by Hailey's panicked attempt to walk it back. Her team claimed it was a fake account. A parody, maybe even a troll, but the damage was already done. The TikToker wasn't having it and clapped back with a full timeline, a screen recording, and a deeper breakdown. She made it clear, Hailey didn't just stumble onto that video, she subscribed to the narrative. And that realization shifted everything. Because it means that Selena Gomez, no matter how far she's moved on, still lives rent-free in the marriage of Justin and Hailey Bieber. And the evidence keeps piling up. Fans were quick to point out that not long after Selena's engagement went public, Hailey was seen wearing a new, flashier ring, bigger, shinier, and suspiciously timed. Was it coincidence? Maybe, but considering the history, most people didn't buy it. And then there's the Oscars party incident. A seemingly glamorous, star-studded event that should have passed without drama but didn't. Both Selena and Hailey attended. Both wore black, both avoided each other. According to insiders, Selena made it clear she didn't want to be photographed near Hailey. She was there as a presenter, celebrating her work. She wasn't about to hand the tabloids another headline. But even in that decision to walk past, to remain silent, Selena somehow became the center of the story. Because even when she's not saying a word, the world sees her as the quiet storm that follows the Biebers everywhere. They go, but while Hailey lurks in silence and Selena navigates the spotlight with calculated grace, it's Justin who seems to be unraveling in real time. His recent appearance at Hailey's Rhode event wasn't just awkward, it was alarming. What should have been a supportive gesture turned into a spectacle. He looked distant, dazed, almost disconnected from the room. Fans immediately noticed. The footage went viral within hours, and for once, the internet didn't split into sides. The concern was unanimous. His eyes were unfocused, his posture slouched, his energy vacant. People began to whisper the word they hadn't dared speak. In months relapse, some compared his behavior to other celebrities who spiraled before tragedy struck. One comment compared him to Liam Payne just weeks before his public breakdown. Others pointed out that Justin's appearance wasn't new, it was the continuation of a pattern. In 2024, he was already showing signs of emotional distress, crying. In Instagram posts, isolating from friends, pushing away family. And now, with Selena's engagement in the headlines, Hailey seemingly fixated on her every move, and Justin falling apart in public, the puzzle pieces began to click for fans. Maybe this wasn't just about old heartbreak. Maybe it was about betrayal. Maybe it was about watching your ex move on with someone who used to be your friend Benny Blanco, while your current reality feels like a performance. You can't hold together anymore. Justin's team moved fast, as they always do. TMZ ran their usual cleanup story, citing studio exhaustion and late-night sessions as the reason for his disheveled look. But nobody was buying it. Fans pointed out that he didn't just look tired, he looked vacant, worn out, like someone trying to keep it together for the cameras while falling apart behind them. And it didn't help that this wasn't a one-time thing. He's been seen like this multiple times in recent months. Hollow-eyed, slumped shoulders. That quiet look of someone carrying too much for too long. The question now isn't just, is Justin okay? It's deeper than that. It's, how long has he been not okay? And more urgently, is there anyone left who's truly looking out? For him, the deeper you look, the clearer it becomes Justin and Hailey's marriage isn't just strained. It's fraying in front of millions of people. The smiles are tighter. The appearance is more staged. And the distance? It's no longer emotional, it's physical. Fans who once idolized their bond are now dissecting every Instagram story, every blurry photo, every moment where they seem more like strangers posing than partners in love. And what's driving the tension isn't just Selena's shadow or internet rumors, it's the feeling that the foundation itself was never stable to begin with. Because when one person is spiraling and the other is silently chasing the ghost of an old rivalry, what's left to hold on to? The internet's theories are relentless. Some believe Hailey has done everything she can to hold Justin up emotionally, professionally, publicly, but even she's running on fumes. Others think she's more invested in her image than in the actual relationship. Either way, their public behavior has shifted. They're no longer shielding each other, they're shading each other, and fans are picking up on it. The cryptic Instagram stories, the back and forth with song lyrics. Justin posts a selfie paired with a heartbreak anthem. Hours later, Hailey counters with lyrics about betrayal. It's no longer subtle. It's a conversation through Spotify-coded messages for millions to decode, and it's not just speculation anymore. For the first time, insiders close to the couple seem to be fanning the flames. Whispers that used to come from anonymous sources are now sounding like calculated leaks. Like someone inside the marriage wants the world to see the cracks. Maybe it's a cry for help, maybe it's damage control. Or maybe it's foreshadowing something bigger. Because unlike past rumors that fizzled out, this time the tension is being broadcast by the couple themselves. Through silence, through lyrics, through tired eyes and forced smiles, through the complete absence of connection. And with every public appearance, it gets harder to pretend that everything is fine. And just when you think the situation couldn't become more chaotic, Hailey's business ventures start to crumble right alongside her personal life. Rhode once praised as a sleek, promising skincare brand is now under fire. The launch of her latest product, a lip liner, was supposed to be a win, a comeback moment. But instead, it backfired spectacularly. TikTok flooded with critical reviews. Dermatologists called out the brand, and fans felt deceived. Why? Because the product promised to enhance natural lip fullness, yet every promotional image featured lips clearly enhanced with filler. It wasn't subtle, it was blatant. And people didn't appreciate being sold a fantasy by someone who's long denied ever having lip injections. One doctor even broke it down frame by frame, pointing to filler migration and exaggerated volume that couldn't be achieved with any pencil. Hailey claimed she never had lip fillers, but side-by-side photos and expert commentary told a different story, and in an era where authenticity matters more than ever, especially in beauty, this kind of misrepresentation was enough to turn support into backlash. What started as a lip liner promo turned into a larger conversation about transparency, privilege, and trust. The audience didn't just feel misled, they felt insulted. What made it worse was the timing. As Hailey was losing credibility with her brand, Justin was losing control of his public image. And together, their marriage already buckling under. The way of public scrutiny started to look like a performance neither of them could sustain. Fans started questioning whether Rhode's growing negative press was just another symptom of the couple's larger unraveling. Were these two still trying to build something together, or were they just clinging to the facade of a shared brand? With Hailey's business dragging and Justin's behavior spiraling, it was hard to tell who was supporting him anymore, or if either of them even had the energy left to try. Even longtime supporters began to shift uncomfortably. The image of Justin and Hailey as a glamorous, grounded couple had been carefully curated for years. But now it was cracking at every edge. Justin wasn't posting her. Hailey was defending herself more than she was defending him. Their interactions, what few remained, felt stiff, filtered and hollow. And while social media once served as a place for them to showcase their bond, now it had become a battlefield of indirect messages, passive-aggressive lyrics, and glaring silences. And the most unsettling part? The growing sense that Selena Gomez didn't have to do anything to be part of it. She hadn't posted a shady caption. She hadn't liked a petty video. She was just existing. And yet, her name kept resurfacing in the narrative over and over again. Whether it was fans drawing comparisons, Hailey allegedly tracking her every move, or Justin showing signs of emotional collapse following Selena's engagement, her presence remained. Not physically, but psychologically. Like a ghost neither of them could fully shake. It was no longer about rivalry. It was about identity, about self-worth, about how much power a person can still hold in your life, even when they're not trying to. That's why this story keeps going viral. Because it's not just about celebrity drama. It's about what happens when real people pretend to be okay in front of the world while privately falling apart. It's about a marriage built in the aftermath of another love story, and what it looks like when that past never really lets go. Fans aren't just watching Justin and Hailey, they're watching a slow-motion unraveling. They're watching the toll it takes to perform happiness, to chase perfection, to constantly measure your worth through the lens of comparison. And the longer it goes on, the more it starts to feel like the end has already begun. The only question left is, who's going to say it first? And that brings us to the moment everything converged: Justin's spiraling mental health, Hailey's faltering brand, and the public's mounting fatigue. When Jeffree Star unboxed Rhode's lip liner on camera and dismissed it as cheap plastic, the clip racked up millions of views overnight. It wasn't just a savage review. It was a cultural verdict. Beauty influencers who had once praised Hailey's skincare glow now echoed the same skepticism. If the product can't deliver on its promise, maybe neither can the person selling it. Sales plateaued, then dipped. Every new TikTok stitch felt like another crack in the mirror Hailey had spent years polishing. Meanwhile, Justin seemed to disappear behind oversized hoodies and haunted stairs. Paparazzi caught him leaving a recording studio at dawn, face buried beneath a beanie, eyes rimmed red. Fans argued in comment sections, some swore the darkness. Under his gaze was nothing but sleepless nights. Others insisted it looked eerily familiar, like the early days of his addiction saga. And through it all, Hailey kept posting polished reels of Rhode product shots, as if the glitch in her life's code could be covered with a soft focus filter. So here we are, two people trying to hold an empire together, while standing at opposite ends of the same fault line. A brand teetering on public trust, a pop icon teetering on the edge of himself, and the ghost of a past relationship hovering over it all. Could be ghost of a past relationship hovering over it all, reminding everyone that the past is never really past, especially when the world keeps replaying it in 4K. Something has to give. Maybe it will be a candid interview, a sudden separation announcement, or another viral meltdown that finally rips the curtain down. Until then, the questions hang heavier than ever. Is Justin truly just tired, or is the darkness deeper than his team is willing to admit? Can Hailey salvage Rhode's credibility without first salvaging her own? And will Selena Gomez, by simply living her life, remain the invisible axis around which the Bieber story keeps spinning? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you're ready to dive deeper into the truth behind tomorrow's headlines, and if you think the credits are about to roll, think again. Because every time this triangle feels settled, the universe hits replay. Hailey's next product launch looms, and insiders whisper she's banking on a rebrand to erase the lip liner fiasco. Justin slips back into the studio, trying to bury turmoil beneath unreleased tracks, yet the same studios have always been the place where his demons wait in the dark. And somewhere, Selena continues to live her life recording, laughing, slipping on that engagement ring while the tabloids scour every frame, desperate to connect her smile to Justin's tears or Hailey's silences. So the real ending hasn't happened, at least not yet. Maybe it will arrive in a late-night notes app confession, or a paparazzi photo of separate moving trucks, or a sudden flash of clarity behind Justin's eyes on stage. Or maybe, against every prediction, they'll all step out of the storm and rewrite the narrative on their own terms. Until that day, each headline is just another breadcrumb leading us deeper into the maze of their intertwined lives, What do you think? Is this marriage holding on by a thread? Or is the internet weaving drama out of shadows? Is Justin one breakthrough? Song away from redemption, or one misstep away from collapse? And will Hailey ever be free of a rivalry she never quite outgrew? Drop your take below because your theories are half the story now. If you're ready for the next twist, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll be here untangling every knot the moment it tightens. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, in Hollywood, nothing is ever as simple or as final as it seems.